Well, it's a surprising COP. It's a surprising conference because all ideas are being put together under political framework, how to solve problems together for the whole humanity.
How effective all these policy discussions and frameworks are going to be when the question is that they need to be implemented and reach at the ground level and impact people's lives.
Well, these are large political systems which are very slow in implementing. Slow in comparing to a life of a family or individual. What is going on, many countries have already reduced deforestation. Many countries have reduced the destruction of fisheries. So things are moving in a certain way, but we are never sure that in 20 years or 30 years it will be better or worse.
Mr. Milton, now I want to understand from you, because you've been an environmental expert and you've closely been following the evolution of efforts towards climate change mitigation and biodiversity conservation. What is the fundamental problem? What needs to be corrected from the basics of it?
Well, one side is the aggression to nature through manufacturing, harvesting of forest, agriculture, industries, and so on. But the other side, that's what I came here to talk about, is the wasteful consumption. If you want to destroy the Amazon forest, for instance, I can tell you how, 1, 2, 3 steps. For instance, when you drink a beer, ask for one which has aluminum. Aluminum is made of bauxite. It's an ore extracted from the Amazon. So if you order an aluminum can with a beer instead of a beer in a glass bottle, you are destroying the Amazon already. A little piece, piece by piece. The same way, when you buy a shoe, make sure that it's made of leather. Leather comes from cow, and cow are raised near the Amazon, and they are contributing to destroy. That's the step number 2. But you can also use t-shirt 3 times a day and buy 35 t-shirts, 22 sneakers, several jeans, and several things like this. Buy 150 ties. All of them come from wool or synthetic fibers, which in the end come from savanna regions of the world. So that's number 3, how to destroy. Waste all your consumption. It's not enough. You can buy another car when you don't need one. If your family has 2 persons, buy a 3rd car. That's a wonderful way to destroy the Amazon, because the tires are made of rubber, and rubber is also produced in the Amazon. And together with that you have steel, glass, plastic, copper, nickel, everything. Another way to destroy the Amazon is to discard the mobile phone every 3 months instead of every 2 years, just because there is a new model. That's a wonderful way, because in each cellular phone you have 14, 15 metals coming from the Amazon. You see, there are several ways to destroy the Amazon. It's not easy, but with the effort of 7 billion people consuming more and consuming to waste, it will be much easier, as you can imagine.
Indeed, you've definitely helped people made realize that it's wonder and
Our comfort and our happiness comes from material goods. Wasn't it Gandhi who said that material world is just a little piece of happiness. It's not the whole happiness. It has been shown in several psychological studies that people, when they buy a brand new car, they become happy for a few hours. And then they are back again to the same as before. So consumption, wasteful consumption, is the best way to destroy not only the Amazon, but all fisheries in the world, to destroy savanna, and together with them, all the species of things. You see, it's easy to destroy the planet. Just waste everything in your life.
I think people must have realized this long back, and therefore they put all their efforts towards destroying the planet. And now that we have less than 40% of the original natural resources left, we have less than America has less than 4% of the original forest left. But Mr. Milton, help me understand: will these things, the COP11 meeting, the COP meetings, the high-level government discussions, will they ever be able to influence people's consumption pattern and styles?
Yes, because the message we are all discussing these years are essentially good for people. Because they are good, it is possible in very short time, maybe a few decades, to reduce the destruction we are doing all over the planet. Unnecessary destruction. It might be possible. One way is to regulate markets. Market, as you know, is the one who tells us to buy the beer, the car, and the sneaker. So one way is that. The other is a solidarity mechanism which is built into these conventions among nations, among communities. That's one way which is being built here. If you look at the history of the 20th century, there were several occasions where solidarity built up much major society. Take India, for instance. 6 years ago was a chaos, civil war, an empire on the neck, and yet in a few years it overcame and created democracy. Struggling, yes, but a democracy. So we should follow the example of India and put the pieces together for solidarity and pursuit of happiness, not to material world, but through solidarity.